Good morning. This statement of reality that St. Paul shares with us is one we need to keep in mind as we look at our world, as we look at the church, as we look at ourselves, that Jesus has been raised from the dead, and that those of us who are in him, who live and move and have our being in him, who allow him to be the Lord of our lives, who embrace his preaching of the kingdom, are also future resurrectees from the dead. It is his resurrection is a promise of ours, and he has risen. It's no wonder that people who aren't Christians sometimes say, well, frankly, they would probably almost always say, if cornered about the matter, I don't believe in the resurrection of the dead. The tomb wasn't empty. Something else happened. It's part of, resurrection literature, or et cetera, et cetera. They don't believe in the resurrection of the dead. If they did, they'd be Christians. But the crazy thing to me is that sometimes people who are Christian, I want to use scare quotes there, are like, well, maybe he didn't rise from the dead. Maybe there's some sort of spiritual experience of his being risen from the dead. If we discovered his bones, would that impact our faith? I had a seminary professor say stupid things like that. Truth. He didn't say, I don't believe in the resurrection of the dead, because he'd probably lose his job. But he sort of said that, well, wouldn't it be? And I'm like, but no. If he didn't rise from the dead, my faith is in vain. I'm wasting my time. Now I need to go back to school and do something different. But he has risen from the dead. And this is a reality the world needs to know, because when we allow ourselves to forget that the resurrection has happened and will happen, we get the feeling that we need to make heaven here. And the thing about, the Imagine song by John Lennon, this sort of panacea of, if only we just lived for now. But it's like, when we live for now, we kill people. We impose our will violently on others. There are invariably going to be nice people who are just like do nice things and don't harm anyone. But there's a certain fear that creeps in. Like, I need to resolve everything now. I need to create justice now. I need, again, my heaven here. And this is, in a weird way, the source of so much suffering, so much sin, so much darkness. We want to embrace what those women who accompanied the apostles and Jesus embraced. Our attraction to him preaching, him pouring out his love for us, him dying, and him, Jesus, rising from the dead. Holding that fact high in our hearts as we confront the life that we're given, the circumstances that surround us, that we're privileged to witness to this fact in.